Welcome to Oregon, a land of towering pines, snow-capped peaks, and a coastline that'll steal your breath faster than a shot of chilled aquavit. Forget your preconceptions, your Instagram filters, and your carefully curated bucket lists. This ain't about checking boxes. It's about experiencing a place that gets under your skin. A place where the wilderness whispers and the cities hum with a creative energy that's both intoxicating and raw. We're going to take you off the beaten path, beyond the tourist traps and the well-trodden trails. We're going to meet the iconoclasts, the artists, the dreamers who call this place home. We'll share a beer with a weathered fisherman in Astoria, hike through ancient forests older than time, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find a little piece of ourselves along the way. This is a journey for the curious, the hungry, the ones who crave something more than just a vacation. This is about discovering the soul of a place, one bite, one sip, one vista at a time. We're going to Oregon. For more videos, subscribe. Get ready to lose yourself in the wild beauty of it all. The Columbia River Gorge, a scar carved by nature, a testament to the raw power of wind and water. This ain't some manicured park, this is the real deal, a landscape that's both brutal and beautiful, unforgiving and awe-inspiring. We're talking miles of trails winding through moss-draped forests, waterfalls cascading down sheer cliffs, and views that stretch on forever. This is where you come to breathe, to sweat, to feel the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. Leave your phone in your pocket, forget about the internet for a while. This is about connecting with something bigger than yourself. You can practically taste the history here, the legacy of the native tribes who fished these waters for centuries, the pioneers who braved the Oregon Trail in search of a new life. It's a landscape that gets in your blood, stays with you long after you've left. So lace up your boots, fill your canteen, and let's hit the trail. This ain't Disneyland, this is the Wild West, and we're just getting started. Astoria, perched on the edge of the continent, where the Columbia River surrenders to the vast Pacific. It's a town steeped in history, a place where the ghosts of fur traders and fishermen still linger in the salty air. You can smell it in the air, that mix of brine and pine, feel it in the creak of the docks, hear it in the cries of the gulls overhead. This ain't some sanitized seaside resort. This is a working town, a place where people still make their living from the sea. Walk the streets, and you'll see the legacy of its past. Victorian mansions overlooking the harbor, weathered fishing boats bobbing in the water, and old saloons where you can almost hear the echoes of drunken sea shanties. Grab a beer at a waterfront bar, listen to the old-timers spin yarns about the days when Astoria was a rough-and-tumble boomtown. This is a place where time seems to move a little slower, where the weight of history is a tangible thing. But don't let the sleepy exterior fool you. Beneath the surface, there's a current of creativity running through Astoria. Artists, writers, chefs, all drawn to this edge-of-the-world town, seeking inspiration in its raw beauty and gritty charm. Crater Lake. It's not just a name, it's a statement. A goddamn dare. This ain't some placid pond reflecting the sky, no sir. This is the abyss staring back. Formed by the collapse of a volcano millennia ago, it's a punch bowl of the gods, filled with water so blue, so pure, it'd make a saint question their faith. You stand on the rim, dwarfed, 700 feet down to that impossible surface. Ponderosa pines, some older than America itself, cling to the slopes. You could lose yourself out here, disappear into the legend of the place. And people have. Hike the rim, take a boat out to Wizard Island, a volcanic cinder cone rising from the depths. Spend the night under a sky choked with stars, the Milky Way a smear of cosmic graffiti. This is where you come to remember how small you are, how insignificant your worries. But don't get too comfortable with the quiet. This is the West, my friend. Wildness is in its DNA. The ghosts of the Klamath people whisper through the pines, a reminder that even beauty, this raw, this untamed, can vanish in the blink of an eye. Portland. They say it's different here. A little rough around the edges maybe, a bit too in love with its own reflection in the Willamette River. But that's what I like about it. It's a city that doesn't give a damn what you think. It's comfortable in its own skin. A haven for the misfits, the artists, the dreamers. You can smell the creativity in the air, a heady mix of coffee, craft beer, and weed smoke. This is a place where you can be yourself, no matter how strange that self might be. Wander through Powell's City of Books, a bibliophile's paradise. Catch a show at the Doug Fir Lounge, a hipster haven with a killer sound system. Stuff your face with voodoo donuts, a sugar rush of pure, unadulterated weirdness. But don't let the quirkiness fool you. This city's got a heart of gold. A fierce sense of community, a passion for social justice, a deep respect for the environment. Portland's not perfect, but it's trying. Damn it, and that counts for something. Forget Napa, forget Tuscany. Okay, maybe don't forget them entirely. But while you're busy forgetting, come with me to the Willamette Valley. This is Pinot Noir country, my friends. Rolling hills blanketed in vineyards, the air thick with the smell of damp earth and fermenting grapes. This is a place where you can lose yourself for days, driving down winding country roads, stopping at every tasting room that catches your eye, swirling glasses of ruby red, sniffing for hints of cherry and spice, feeling the warmth spread through you like a good buzz. But it's not all about the wine. The Willamette Valley is an agricultural wonderland. Farm-to-table dining is a way of life here, not a trend. Fresh berries, plump heirloom tomatoes, artisan cheeses, honey still warm from the hive. This is the kind of food that makes you want to lick the plate clean, then chase it down with another glass of Pinot. It's the taste of slow living, of savoring the moment, of appreciating the bounty of the land. It's a reminder that sometimes the best things in life are also the simplest. Bend, Oregon. You hear the name and you think fly fishing, craft breweries, maybe a dog named Doug running around with a frisbee. And you're not wrong. This town, nestled on the edge of the Deschutes National Forest, is where the Wild West meets a whole different kind of wild. But don't let the laid-back vibe fool you. This place is serious about its outdoor pursuits. Mountain biking trails that wind through ancient lava flows, whitewater rapids that'll churn your adrenaline more than a double shot of espresso from a local roaster. And speaking of espresso, Bend takes its coffee seriously, almost as seriously as it takes its beer. Microbreweries are as common here as pine trees, each with its own distinct flavor, all best enjoyed after a day of exploring the high desert. Bend is a town that knows how to work hard and play harder. Whether you're a thrill seeker or just seeking some peace and quiet in a stunning landscape, Bend is the kind of place that gets under your skin and into your soul. The Oregon coast. Rugged, unforgiving, and breathtakingly beautiful. And there's no better place to experience the raw power of the Pacific than Newport. A town where the salt air hangs heavy and the cries of seagulls mix with the clang of halyards in the harbor. This is a working town, a place where fishing boats head out before dawn to haul in the day's catch, and where you can still find a crusty old fisherman who'll spin you a yarn about the one that got away, over a plate of the freshest seafood you'll ever taste. But Newport is more than just a fishing village. It's a place steeped in history, from the Yaquina Head Lighthouse, a beacon for mariners for over a century, to the tide pools of the Oregon Coast Aquarium, teeming with strange and wonderful creatures. So come, walk the windswept beaches, breathe in the salty air, and lose yourself in the timeless rhythm of the waves. This is Newport, Oregon, a place where the wildness of the ocean meets the warmth of a small-town community. Eugene, Oregon, home to the University of Oregon, a place where athletic greatness is practically woven into the fabric of the city. They call it Tracktown, USA, for a reason. But beneath the surface of cheering crowds and record-breaking feats lies a city pulsing with a different kind of energy. This is a town that thrives on creativity, a place where art spills out from galleries onto the streets, where murals transform brick walls into vibrant canvases, and where the air hums with the sound of indie music pouring out from cozy cafes. The Saturday Market, a Eugene institution, embodies this spirit. a kaleidoscope of local crafts from hand-blown glass to intricate jewelry, each piece infused with the passion and ingenuity of its creator. You won't find mass-produced souvenirs here, just genuine expressions of artistry. Eugene is a city that defies easy categorization. It's a place where you can spend the morning hiking through lush forests, the afternoon browsing vintage shops downtown, and the evening catching a live show at a legendary music venue. This is Eugene, a city that embraces its eccentricities and dares you to do the same. Forget the manicured parks and the vineyards for a second. Let's talk about a different kind of Oregon experience, the kind that gets your heart racing and your adrenaline pumping. Hood River, my friends, is where the wild things are. We're talking windsurfing, kiteboarding, whitewater rafting, you name it, Hood River's got it. This place is a haven for thrill seekers, a magnet for those who like to tempt fate and laugh in the face of danger. But it's not all about extreme sports. Hood River has a soul, too. You can feel it in the local breweries, in the aroma of freshly baked goods wafting from the cafes, in the friendly banter of the locals. It's a town that embraces its wild side while still holding on to a sense of community, a place where you can climb a mountain in the morning and enjoy a craft beer by the river in the afternoon. That's Hood River for you, a beautiful contradiction. The Pacific Northwest coast, rugged, windswept, and undeniably beautiful. It's a landscape that stays with you, seeps into your soul. And there's no better place to experience its raw majesty than Cannon Beach. This isn't your typical beach town, mind you. Forget the high-rises and the boardwalk hustlers. Cannon Beach is about connecting with something bigger than yourself, about finding solace in the rhythmic crashing of the waves. Walk along the shore, the sand firm beneath your feet, the salty air stinging your nostrils. Watch as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of the sheer power and beauty of the natural world. And then there's Haystack Rock, rising from the ocean like a giant sentinel. It's a symbol of Cannon Beach, a testament to the enduring power of nature. This is a place to breathe deep, to lose yourself in the moment, to find peace in the vastness of the Pacific. Mount Hood National Forest. This ain't no walk in the park, kids. It's raw, it's rugged, it's the kind of place that gets under your skin and stays there. You smell that? That's pine, that's earth, that's the air you breathe when you're a million miles away from the nearest strip mall. Forget your fancy hotels and five-star restaurants. Out here, it's just you, the trees, and maybe a curious bear or two. You're gonna want to pack some serious boots and a thirst for adventure. You come across these crystal-clear lakes reflecting the sky, sunlight filtering through the canopy. It's the kind of beauty that makes you question every bad decision you've ever made, every wrong turn you took. Yeah, Mount Hood National Forest, it'll do that to you. It'll make you feel small, insignificant, and strangely, completely alive. The Rogue River. It ain't your mama's lazy river, that's for damn sure. This is a wild thing, untamed, unpredictable. You can practically taste the spirit of the pioneers and the Native American tribes who navigated these waters long before we were even a glimmer in our daddy's eyes. You can cast a line, try your luck at snagging a steelhead or salmon, or maybe, just maybe, you hop in a raft, let the current carry you downstream. Just try not to think about the rapids coming up. It's a different kind of peace out here, man. The kind that settles in your bones after a long day battling the elements. You can practically feel the stress melt away with every mile you drift down this river. Kick back and let the Rogue River work its magic. You might be surprised what you find out here, mostly about yourself. So there you have it, 12 goddamn good reasons to get yourself to Oregon. From the heights of Mount Hood to the depths of Crater Lake, from the bustling streets of Portland to the tranquil waters of the Rogue River, this state's got something for everyone. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Oregon. Which of these beautiful places will you visit first?